Hi folks, this is Johnny Cancer, and this is Let's Play Vice Project Doom. I gotta stop leaving the mouse cursor on there, that's not very good. And I've been doing enough Let's Plays where I should know that by now. Anyway, after a brief hiatus, we're back with Vice Project Doom. I realized that since I was getting really close to completing two different LPs that were not this game, that maybe I should spend a little time on it. Not that I got bored with the game. It's just for whatever reason, these LPs seem to take a lot of time. I don't know why. Dr. Chaos is going fast, but then again, I suppose it's because Dr. Chaos isn't a particularly hard game. Plus, now that I've been doing the in-character narrations for this, I just feel like I'm sort of heavily invested in the game, and I don't want the LPs to suck. Anyway, I like this stage. I think the concept is sort of interesting with the lights going in and out. You gotta try to remember what the platforms look like. I don't know what's causing that slowdown either. I should probably play with Cam Studio a bit. Try and fix that. Yeah, and the game is still, at this point, in love with knocking you off of the platforms that you're standing on. You'd think it would have grown out of it by now, but no. But then that's why it gives you unlimited continues. And of course, it's the birds that are the biggest problem. Although, I have to say that the guys with guns actually are fairly competent. Surprisingly. Anyway, interesting thing about Vice Project Doom. It was made by the company Sammy. You might remember that from the game title screen. And Sammy was recently acquired by Sega. So now the companies are merged. I'm not sure that Sega technically owns Vice Project Doom. It's more as if both companies operate jointly in game development. Anyway, the reason why this is important is because there have been some efforts recently, I would say in the last 2 years, to try and get Vice Project Doom onto the Virtual Console. The thing is, Sammy doesn't really remember having made the game, and so they seem to have forgotten where they placed the copyright to the game, which presents a small problem when you're gonna make it available for resale on the Virtual Console. And even though there have been some intense efforts by certain small interest groups, it doesn't look like Sega or Sammy is in a big hurry to make this game available to anybody. At least not in the near future. Which is too bad, because it's actually a pretty good game. And one of those games that, if you're a fan of the old 8-bit systems, you should really play it. Damn it. Game over. Well, can't blame that on the fish. That was all me. But yeah, like I was saying, since this probably isn't going to be out on the Virtual Console anytime soon, you really should work on tracking down a copy of the cartridge for the NES. I can't imagine that would cost that much at this point. And if you own an old NES console, you definitely owe it to yourself to do that. Whoa. What happened there? I apologize for that, folks. I don't know what's going on. Yes, and now we have a new edition of the flying manta rays, which are annoying but not quite as bad as the birds. Nothing could ever be as bad as the birds, although the fish come close. But that's because the fish jump up at some of the worst times. Everything in this game wants to knock you off the platform you're standing on. The enemies in this game cannot stand it if you have a firm foothold on anything. There we go. Well, closing in on the boss now. Oh, come on. That was sheer stupidity on my part. I should have timed that better. Also, I want to point out that in Japan, the name of the game is Gundick. And instead of a laser whip, Hart wields a katana. Which makes a little more sense. Looking at the sprite, it actually looks more like a sword than a whip. Oh, here we are. Boss time. This is the PCU 110 Rogue, I believe. Not that I think the boss names are particularly important, but this is an updated version of the previous boss that we fought that Reese was inside of. And that was the PC 100 Scorpion, I believe? No, the PC 100 Vardkin. That's what it was. Yes. Anyway, these bosses are not that hard, if you know where to stand to avoid their attacks. That's really the name of the game here, is just figuring out where the safe spots are. And surviving long enough to chuck grenades at them. And once you figure that out, it's really no big deal. There we go. Cutscene time. Alright folks, well I think that's enough for one video. It's about 7 minutes right there. So this is Johnny Cancer, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for more of Let's Play Vice Project Doom.